Hey everybody, it's Cameron of Speedtech Performance, and today we are on day 2 of the Hot Rod Power Tour, and we are in Fowler, Indiana, small town USA right here. And so we just decided to pull over and talk about this truck. So I'm with Randy Johnson from D&Z Customs out of Wisconsin, and just tell me about the truck.
Well, this is our shop truck, as we commonly call it. People kind of scoff and laugh when they see this and they go, that's your shop truck? I haul parts, whatever, in the back of this thing. It's awesome. What we got here is a 68 C10 truck. We put a Whipple supercharged LS3 in it. We got it all on top of an awesome Speedtech Extreme Street chassis. It's the first one that they made. And I tell you, it's amazing. Willwood brakes, forged line wheels, all that working together. It goes down the road so nice.
So you've built this truck before though,
yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
And so you just had some basic upgrades,
just a bunch of bolt-ons to a stock frame. It's amazing how much just going from that stock frame to a fully designed and engineered frame, the technology changes. What GM could have done back then is nowhere near what is able to be done now. And you can feel the rigidity in the truck. It just, everything is solid and the suspension is doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's moving around, it's hitting the bumps.
Right.
It's perfect.
And when you and I were driving earlier, we hit a pretty good bridge abutment on the freeway, and I asked you, I said, wait, that's just the QA1 single adjustable coilovers.
Yep, just a single adjustable. It's amazing.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, I ride in our Speedtech equipped vehicles all the time, and I could not believe the performance that this had.
Yeah, I was thoroughly impressed because I was skeptical, I will admit, because I'm used to dealing with double adjustable canister, reservoir canister shocks on tracks and stuff. So I'm used to certain kind of adjustments. When I was putting this together, the whole idea is it's got great handling and performance, but you want to be able to take it on a hot rod power tour. You want to go and cruise to a good guy show, and you don't want to be beating yourself up to do it. And this posted speed limit 70 miles an hour, but cruising right along, hitting those bridge abutments, bumps in the road, unexpected bumps that you weren't, or dips. I mean, on my way from Wisconsin down to the first stop, I hit a heck of a dip doing posted speed limit and nothing scraped, nothing. It was amazing. I was like, wow.
Well, and on top of that, you're running 315 square, right?
I'm running 315 30/20s in the front on 11-inch wide, 20-inch forge lines. In the back, we got 20 by 12 forge lines with 345 30/20s. Michelin PS4s for whatever we run into.
Yeah, I mean, so it's not like you're running a street setup. It's still a very aggressive setup.
It is a very aggressive setup.
But it's handling phenomenal.
Yeah, it's got, there's a tinge of sports car handling, modern like Mustangs, Camaros, stuff like that. But it's smooth down the road. I'm thoroughly pleased.
Well, and you did mention Whipple supercharged LS. You're running a little bit of power.
That is strictly just to be able to get to the grocery store or to make sure parts are delivered on time.
Responsible.
Yes, responsibly used 736 wheel horsepower.
Because 736 wheel horsepower is a responsible number.
That is a very responsible number. We dialed it back because we didn't want to go to 1,000. So we were like, no.
Well, we're going to be responsible. We appreciate you being responsible.
Yes.
So obviously, we still have 3.5 more days left of road trip here. What's kind of your plan with the truck once you get it back home? I mean, we still have most of the summer. Are you and the wife going to go on another cruise? What's your guys' plans?
I'm going to be driving the heck out of it. This is like a whole new life for me with this truck. I enjoyed the truck before, but it's like so much night and day. I want to drive it.
Yeah.
I want to go and run somewhere and pick stuff up. I don't even want to hop in the everyday vehicle because this to me is now more of an everyday vehicle.
Yeah, and that's something I did want to mention. So you're running the AMD kit for the bed, which includes wider wheel tubs.
Yep.
And kind of tell me about that.
It's 4-inch wider stamped wheel tubs to mimic the factory. And then they have the floor narrowed around that area so that all bolts together, so you get like kind of a no-brainer easy button when you want to do a modification like this and you want to run those wider tires. Now you can use this chassis with not as wide of tires, it's fine.
Right.
But if you want that real wide, flat, monster meats underneath it, that's the easy button. For what it costs, you can't take it to a shop like myself and have me modify a floor and widen wheel tubs for what it costs to buy the stuff from AMD.
That's great, and that's a cool thing with the industry the way that it is now, you know, between companies like ours with the chassis, you know, because besides modifying the bed, you didn't have to modify, you know, there's no other modifications that you have to make.
The only thing I did was I put slosh tubs in the front.
Right.
And that was simply because of the wider tires.
Right.
But if you wouldn't run as wide of a tire, you could probably get away with a narrower tire and the stock inner wheel fenders.
Yeah.
And be fine.
And we love being able to work with a builder like you who can take all these companies between Willwood and your whole LS setup and AMD and everything and just put it all together and get someone on the road, because your build time, now I do understand he didn't paint the truck, but your build time was what? A few months?
I would say it was probably a total, you know, with some stuff in there, probably about 3 or 4 months total.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, all gathered up. There was some other stuff I had to take care of in between there. So,
right.
And waiting sometimes for parts. So if you plan it out a little bit better as far as what you're going to need, yeah, you can narrow that transfer over. If you have an existing truck, the cab, the front clip, I literally lifted up with my 2-post lift and I lowered it right back down onto this chassis.
Nice.
The bed was literally the only modification that I had to do.
Awesome. So the people who are watching, give them one good line. Sum up your truck in one line.
It does everything great. I mean, this is, if you want your truck to do it all, this will do it. I mean, it's spot on, perfect, hot rod power tour, good guys autocross. I mean, the truck feels that good, even with it being more based on driving.
Right.
It would autocross just fine.
Perfect. So tell everybody where they can find you, how they can contact you if they're interested in having you build them a truck or car or whatnot.
D&Z Customs, it's basically www.dnzcustoms.com. You got to spell it all out, unfortunately, D-A-N-D and the Z after that. We're Kewaskum, Wisconsin. You can find me on Facebook, either under Randy Johnson or D&Z Customs, and on Instagram, D&Z Customs.
Perfect. So again, we are in small town Indiana, getting ready to head back up to Illinois. So I just say we get on the road.
Get on the road.
Awesome, let's do it.